I'm going to show you how to do some simple zone editing. To start the zone editing mode, you have to click on Scan and Zone Editor. Notice that there's a shortcut, Control F5. You're going to want to use that when you do lots of zone editing. Okay, you'll see each block of text that Kurzweil has automatically identified is in its own rectangle. And we have this block for the title, this block for this column of text, and this block here for this column of text. But as I zoom in, you're going to see that the top of this column actually contains a caption for the picture. So what's going to happen is when it gets to the end of this line here, new events such as cycling, fencing, it's going to read the Olympic torch burns during each Olympics swimming. Well, that's not right. So we have to show Kurzweil the correct way to read this. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this zone here, zone number 3. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to right click on it. Notice that it's darker when I click on it. Here, adjust zone. I'm just going to hover over the top of this rectangle, and you'll see I've got the two-way arrow. That means I can change the size of this object. So I hold down the mouse button and I let go when I've got the right shape. Okay, I can also move it. See the four-way arrow? That means I can move the object by holding down the mouse and let go. It wasn't necessary in this case, but just for the sake of demonstration. Okay, now I click on the outside of this box and I go back to my zone editing view. Right, but what I need to do is add a zone here. I can see this zone is a little bit darker. That means it's selected. I have to unselect it. I have to click on just a white space on the page. Now nothing is selected. When nothing is selected and I right click, I have Add Zone available. If you don't see it available, it's probably something is selected somewhere. I take the crosshairs and I position them at the top corner, and then I hold down the mouse button and move to the bottom corner and let go. Then again I click on the outside of that box on the white space and I've got this text. Now you'll notice a few things here. You'll notice that it's green. That's because of the last time I did this, I had one of these green zones and it just remembered that from last time. You also notice the number 5 above it. While the title is 1, this first column is 2, this is 3. Where's 4? Well, it's the page number. I don't want the page number to be an actual zone. I don't need Kurzweil to know that page number. So I'm going to click on it and hit the delete key on my keyboard. And now it's no longer a zone. And you'll see that this caption is now correctly number 4. If I want to change the order of a zone, what I could do is just click on it, and then if it's a one-digit number for the order that I want it to read in, I can just type that number in. So if I want this paragraph, just hypothetically, if I wanted this to be 4th or 2nd, I could just type in 4 or 2. So I'm going to type in 2, and you'll see that things get reordered. This was number 2 before, and now it's number 3 automatically changed to let this one here be number 2. All right, as I said, that was hypothetical. I don't really want it that way. I want this to be 1 and this to be 2. So since it's selected, it's got that darker shade, hit the number 2, and now this becomes number 3. This is number 4. If I double click on a zone, or actually click twice, doesn't have to be rapidly like a regular double click, I can change a couple of things. I can change this to secondary text, which means it won't be read automatically. It'll only be read if I click on it. And I can also change the reading order to a 2-digit number, because that method I showed you before only works with a 1-digit number. When you're finished, you have to exit the zone editor and save your changes. It'll ask you if you want to re-recognize a page. That'll run the character recognition if you want. I'm going to say no.